You know what is the psychology behind when people do insulting, when people fight each other, when people abuse each other, when people beat someone, when there is a eve teasing, there is a slut shaming, etc. What's the psychology behind all this beating, shouting, insulting? There must be some reason. If during CAA protest, if we go and ask to any person who is knowledgeable in law, so he will say that protests are going on, that this law do this or that, this law does not give citizenship to Muslim as par with persons of other religion. This law is somehow discriminatory against Muslim. A knowledgeable person will say like this. And whole India has witnessed when protests were going on in Assam and in Delhi and in Uttar Pradesh, there were incidents of violent protests. Similar is the case with farmer protests. If you ask again a knowledgeable person, he will say that this will reduce the income of farmers and this law will create harassment to the farmer, that the market will be open for everyone, every farmer, so that he can sell in open market also, he will not bound to only a single market. So a knowledgeable person will do say like this, and he will say that that's why farmers are against it. But what's the ground reality was in both the protests, that once I saw a video on social media site. In that video there was a reporter going to a protester in CAA protest, and he asked that person, the protester, why are you protesting against the law? The person was protesting against the CAA. So that person replied that because triple talaq is abolished and they are harassing us. The reporter again asked, what do you know about CA and how it attacks your community? That protester said that it attacks us like it will reduce our living. So that protester was answering like this. He was not knowing in fact what CA is, just he was protesting against the law in the group. Similar was the case in farmers' protests. So Even that, so you have noticed one thing, even that person does not know about the CAA protest. Even the protester does not know about farmers protest, what's law is and how this law harms the protester. They don't know anything about this. Still they are going and protesting, and even with full energy and aggression against the government, they are raising slogan with full energy and aggression. You know why? Because deep there in their mind there is a pent up feeling. Now what is the pent up thoughts? Pent, PENT, pent up, UP, up. So pent up thoughts are those thoughts which are not expressed, those thoughts which remain unexpressed and stay in our mind. And these thoughts which aren't able to go out from your mind, these thoughts later become into anger, these pent up thoughts. And there is a limit how much thoughts you will keep in your mind, and every human being has a limit. At a certain extent the pent up thought will remain in mind, and after that limit is crossed, it will burst like a volcano, it will erupt like a volcano, from very long time. It keeps on collecting lava, and one day when volcano reach its highest limit, then it erupts with all lava out and harming the surrounding, the flora and fauna, the people and the houses get damaged. Similar is the case with human being. There is a pent up thought that keeps on accumulating, adding, and one day it reach its highest level, and it erupts violently. It comes violently out of mind in the form of aggression, anger, beating, abusing, insulting, eve teasing, slut shaming. And there are many other violent ways, bad ways, through which it comes out. You know, I have given the example of the protester. He is not knowing, but still he is full of aggression. The reason is his pent up thoughts are erupting from his mind outside into aggression. Similar is the case with fighting. When you go and ask two friends who were used to be best friends, but on a small misunderstanding, you know what was the misunderstanding? That A said C that tell B to come to my birthday party, but C willfully did not tell B. Now B did not come to A's birthday party. The day when they met each other, A was disappointed of B is not coming to his birthday party, and he just started abusing B. He thought that B has willfully did not come to his party, but the real reason was C willfully did not tell the B, and B was also in a bad mood that day, so they fighted each other. There was a misunderstanding. What misunderstanding? That A did not understand that B was not informed by the C. So the world will see the reason of fighting between them is the misunderstanding, but the real reason is they both have pent up thoughts, and those pent up thoughts has erupted. That's in the form of fighting. Similar is the case with insulting. When whole group insult a person on a particular thing, say for example a girl Lavi, one day there was a very hot day and she go to her friends in shorts, Lavi. So her friends were orthodox, they were religious friends. Her friends used to wear full dress. Full dress means jeans and t-shirt, but Lavi showed her knees and her lower legs, so her friends saw her, and from the very next day onwards, each of Lavi's friend used to insult her. Shorts girl, shame, shorts girl. If we ask the reason why they are teasing, why they are insulting Lavi, then the friends would not have any reason. The real reason is their pent up thoughts are erupting in the form of insulting Lavi. Whatever bad act a human do, whether fighting, insulting, killing, protesting, aggressive, all these have a fundamental reason, that pent up thoughts which are buried deep in the mind are erupting, and that eruption will take form of any of these things, either fighting or insulting or shouting or killing or disturbing or protesting, etc. And I say you this thing also, after the fight, after the insulting, after the protest, the person will feel light, because those pent up thoughts has been excreted from the mind and has been expressed in anger or fighting or insulting. And after the expression of pent up thoughts, that person will feel light, will feel calm. Why? Because those thoughts are no more in his mind or her mind. So this is the psychology behind insulting, beating, killing, aggression, anger, etc. So, whenever someone is beating you, is insulting you, is killing you, is protesting against you, is shouting at you, is making fun of you, etc. So, immediately understand that that person is expressing his pent up thoughts on you. That is the fundamental reason, that's the only reason. And above, there are thousands of reasons he or she can give any reason, and he or she can give any justification on his or her anger, insulting you or killing you or etc. But the deep down fundamental reason is this only. Deep down, this is the only psychological reason. So this is the psychology behind insulting, shaming, killing, anger, aggression, beating, fighting, etc. Whenever you express anger on someone, whenever you beat someone, whenever you insult someone, whenever you see a fighting scene in Avengers or in any other movie, you feel fun, you feel excitement. Why? Because your pent up thoughts has been expressed and you feel light and you feel peace and calm. Next time, notice, just notice in thyself that whenever you shout on someone, whenever you fight on someone, whenever you beat someone, whenever you hit someone, whenever you insult someone, after that, the very moment after your act of beating, insulting, hitting, just notice that very moment and you will feel that you are lightened, you are calm, you are now free of pent up thoughts. So, and above, you may give any reason, that you may give the reason that he or she was disturbing me, that's why I hit her. But the deep down fundamental reason will be only this, that you have released your pent up thoughts. This is the psychology behind all these things. Subscribe if you find this video helpful.